Ladies and gentlemen, before we get bout number 3 on the road, the Battle of Fort Knox, I want to introduce in centre ring 3 of Australia's finest boxers, modern day and historical. Would you welcome to centre ring a man who in 1975 went across to the United Kingdom. He captured the Commonwealth Light Heavyweight Championship. Would you welcome to centre ring? He's a proud warrior, originally in Victoria, spent many years in Queensland. Great to have him back in Melbourne town, Steve Axel. Steve Axel, come and give him a warm welcome. Former Australian light heavyweight and heavyweight champion, Commonwealth champion, 1975. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome to centre ring a man that I admired. I've always admired him. He might think sometimes I wasn't in his corner. I was, because when boxing was on its knees in Victoria, in Australia, he was promoting, he was fighting. And then in unbelievable circumstances in 1985, in July, he captured the International Boxing Federation Junior Lightweight Championship of the World, Barry Boy Michael. Barry, will you come up to centre ring? The champ, Barry Michael. He's been through hell and high water, but he's still an aficionado of boxing. Barry Michael, come on, give him a warm welcome back to Knox. Barry Michael. What a great man he is for boxing, Barry Michael. And ladies and gentlemen, Barry Michael knows the United Kingdom because he fought there, and he's one of the few Australians to win in the United Kingdom when he fought in Wales. And a young man with Keith Ellis went across to Coventry in the Midlands in England. He was a 25-1 outsider. 3 weeks ago, he beat Britain's Rockman, Richard Evett, the Tiger, in 1 round to capture the Commonwealth Super Featherweight Championship, and he defends that crown in Geelong on Sunday, December 12, in a twilight show. Working Class Promotions, would you welcome back Geelong's own, the Champ Camp's own, the Shamrock Express, Michael O'Malley, the new Commonwealth champion, Michael O'Malley. Collectively, ladies and gentlemen, congratulate these 3 great champs, Commonwealth, Australian and world champ, Barry Michael, Steve Axel, and Michael O'Malley. Thank you, Neil King, our timekeeper, doing a great job here tonight. 6 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome on my right, trained by the great Keith Ellis, voted 11 years Victoria's Trainer of the Year, Keith Ellis Jr. in the corner, and Michael O'Malley. He came into this fight at short notice, tonight scaling 72.45 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome, originally from Albury, now based in Altona, in amateur boxing, 18 bouts, 9 wins, almost won the Victorian Championship on the Joe Curcio Show. Would you welcome Ruebin James Martin, wearing black trunks with a touch of cuckoo, and across the ring, occupying the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, from Woori, one of the pioneers of martial arts, kickboxing, AWF Australian champion. Ladies and gentlemen, scaling, 72 kilograms, now part of Murray Thompson's Fighters Factory. 23 bouts. Ladies and gentlemen, they call him Lightning, Nick Lundh. Wearing red trunks with white piping. Your referee, a patient, Christopher Anderson. 6 rounds of middleweight boxing.
Boys, I spoke to both of you in a dressing room. Remember the rules, watch your head. There's a neutral corner, if there's a knockdown, stay there till I signal for you to come out. Understand? Good luck to both of you. Good luck, boys.
Well, Stephen, This promises to be a sensational fight, this one.
It certainly does. And here they come, the boys, into the first round. Nick Lundh throws that left hand, and these boys playing in at the middleweight level of 72 kilograms there, and Ruebin Martin looking very strong. He's got the black trunks on, and what Howard Lee said was the coconut piping, coconut-coloured piping. And that's a new one. I haven't heard that one yet, but Ruebin Martin.
Nick Lundh's a very, very experienced kickboxer making his traditional boxing debut tonight. And he's a very, very well-credentialed kickboxer, and it'll be interesting to see how he goes in the traditional form of boxing. I think he'll be a very, very good fighter. But of course, Ruebin Martin, he's had 2 fights, 1 win and 1 draw, so he's undefeated. He's trained in the champ camp by Keith Ellis.
Yes, sitting right to our left here, and Ruebin Martin with a big left hand and the right hand. This boy looks big, tough, and strong here. Nick Lundh's going to have his work cut out. And Ruebin Martin, good slapping punch to the ribcage there. He's looking for an opportunity, and he's keeping down low too. He's a courageous boy. Fought a ripper of a fight recently at the Empire Theatre, as Howard Lee said before, in the ring. Nick Lundh looks very professional there. He's got that front left foot anchored forward there, Scotty. What do you think Lundh's tactics are going to be here?
Well, I think that Lundh's trying to just have a look at Ruebin and just see what Ruebin Martin's got to offer. And I think he's finding he's got a fair bit to offer at the moment. He's a strong puncher. And what you notice with Ruebin Martin is he stands with his legs apart, his knees are bent, he's getting power, and the power is coming right from his legs. It's not just arms that Lundh's being hit with, it's his whole body.
Oh, yes. Ruebin Martin, as you just said there, that right hand started from Tasmania then, Scotty, and worked its way through. He's got a big action, hasn't he? And working away at the body, Martin's going low. He's got that beautiful defensive action there. The right hand's up protecting the jaw. And Nick Lundh a bit more, the gloves a bit lower, but classic style.
The gloves are lower when he's out of distance. As he comes closer, you notice his gloves come up, so his defence is actually tighter than what it may appear. And that makes it quite difficult for Lundh, because when Lundh's out of distance, he's looking and saying, okay, I can see an opening there. But as they close up, the hands go up as well. And that's quite can be quite disturbing, because every time you throw a punch, there's a defensive mechanism there to catch it.
Yeah, that's right. Martin comes in low too. He's got a crouch style, hasn't he? And the arms sort of come through at about head height.
Yeah, well, the reason for that is so that the punches will go over his head.
Yeah, well, Lundh then threw a punch that had Martin sort of bouncing back, but I think it was more just inertia more than anything, the power of the punch that sent him throwing backwards. So he seemed to be all right.
Certainly wasn't. The referee, Chris Anderson, having to do a bit of work there. He had a busy fight earlier and having to do more work again. And,
dished out a few warnings too and took a point off there in that last fight. So he said his work cut out already, Chris.
Having to earn his money tonight, Chris.
Oh, already. Yes, it's bonus time now. And Nick Lundh comes over the top and just misses Ruebin Martin and missed there. Got a fresh air shot. And Ruebin moving forward, got the right hand over the top. That big right hand over the top seems to be a favourite punch of Ruebin Martin's by the look of it. That seems to be his favourite one for the night.
It certainly is. The right hand over the top. He should be following up with the left hook. That'd be the punch that will probably finish it off for him.
Yeah, no doubt. And he's a big, strong, tough boy, middleweight, Ruebin Martin. No doubt about that. And this is a great mix-up too. I love to see a guy who's been around for a long time like Nick Lundh with his professionalism meeting someone who's new to the game but looking like he's on the way up in Ruebin Martin.
Yeah, it's being spoken to in his corner now by Keith Ellis as the very lovely ring girl gets up and holds up the number 2 card.
Right.
Only that I don't know her name, is why I've had to call her a ring girl. But
that's all right.
I'm not trying to be sexist or controversial.
We'll find out later on what her name is. I think that in trouble. Yeah, that's an interesting first round. How did you see it score-wise, Scotty?
I thought that Martin did enough to win that round. It was not a lot in it, but I thought Ruebin landed certainly the more telling punches, although Lundh did certainly land at least one very, very good right hand midway through the round.
Yeah, there were some good punches in there, and Lundh, as we said, he's got his work cut out. There's Ruebin Martin is a strong, tough boy. And he's looking, pretty confident actually at the moment. For a guy who's only had a couple of pro fights, I think, isn't it? Just the 2 pro fights, isn't it, with Ruebin Martin?
And he's got no mouth guard
in there. Got out very quickly there, and Mick O'Malley, now the Commonwealth the super featherweight champion, puts the mouth guard into the mouth of Ruebin Martin. And what a fantastic boxer Mick O'Malley is after winning that big title 3 weeks ago in England. Now here we go.
Doing it with a first round knockout of the very tough Welshman.
Richard Everett, yes. Yeah, great effort. And here we go now. Ruebin Martin's waiting for the opportunity. Nick Lundh goes backwards. Martin comes in, tries to get a solar plexus punch working with the right hand, but missed.
Yeah, a bit more of a kidney shot than a solar plexus shot, but it's
to be correct.
Still very, very effective nonetheless. May not have scored, but was effective.
So I didn't go the same biological lessons as you. Oh, big punch from Nick Lundh came in and hit Ruebin Martin to the canvas. would have to be regarded. Oh, he went back to his own corner, but Ruben's back quickly. He's talking to Keith Ellis at ringside.
Ruben's eyes are clear, but what I don't like seeing is using the ring to hold himself up. And Keith Ellis has got hold of the towel.
Possibly all right, but that was a big punch, and Lundh comes in. Ruben's moved forward again. He's very confident. He doesn't back off.
His legs are quite steady. And his eyes are clear, so it may be a flash knockdown. He may be all right.
Yeah, could be all right. Lundh came over the top, but missed there. Fresh air shot from Nick Lundh with the right hand. He's all right. And now Keith Ellis is wheeling instructions at Ruebin Martin.
Yeah, what Keith Ellis is asking him to do is cross over his arms to get the defensive movement so that he holds his left arm down over his stomach and his right arm covers his head.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do at the moment.
Exactly what he's doing there.
Jimmy Cheetah style, I suppose, isn't it, to a certain
exactly.
degree? Yes. So Nick Lundh with the big right hand went shaving across the head of Ruebin Martin and missed.
Yeah, Martin's sort of biding for time at the moment, just trying to clear his head, get himself focused again. Lundh's got to capitalise on it.
Oh, and the right hand, I think, just touched Lundh on the jaw, but he was so far back then, Ruebin, when he threw that punch, Ruebin Martin, it didn't have much power, and Nick Lundh has started to flog away at the side of the ring. Ruben's got off the ropes, Ruebin Martin. Nick Lundh throws the right hand, hits him in the glove.
Lundh's got to capitalise on it. What he's got to do is be able to open that defensive movement up by throwing punches or at least balking punches to make the hand move so he can create the opening to land the solid punches.
No doubt about that. Ruebin Martin now got his work cut out this round, and Lundh came in with a nasty right hand and another big right lined up. Ruebin Martin measured him and hit him on the ring, but Ruebin...
Good shot by Ruebin there.
Yeah, got a scoring punch in and tried a big right hand to follow up, but that's where he gets caught. If he misses when he comes in like that, Scotty, he's wide open.
He is open, and he's got his own momentum flying in, which is makes the impact of the punch far harder.
Oh, that's right. Now, Lundh comes in again. He's trying to... Lundh is doing everything he possibly can to end this early, Scotty, with those big right hand bombs. Now he thinks he's got Ruebin in trouble. Well,
it's been a big round for Lundh. It's certainly a 10-8 round at this stage to Lundh.
Yes. Oh, he came in late. Right on the bell. Two punches thrown by Nick Lundh. There might have been a third one in there. And Nick Lundh's round, no doubt about that, knocked Ruebin Martin to the canvas and seems to be doing extremely well at that point after Ruebin probably won the first round, so we've probably got a square fight.
Well, we haven't got a square fight because with the knockdown, it had to be a 10-8 round.
A 10-8 round,
yes. To Lundh, so therefore we'd have Lundh 1 point in front at this stage.
Yeah, so there we go. So we've got Lundh there, a point up, he's turned it around.
And we have the second of the lovely ring ladies.
Yes, in the purple with the white pipings there, Scotty.
To use boxing parlance, yes. And lovely white boxing boots to go with it.
But no, Nick Lundh, fantastic effort there to knock a big strong man like Ruebin Martin to the canvas. Nick Lundh is no slouch.
And good to see Keith Ellis. Looks like he's beating his anorexia, and it's tremendous to see that.
He's looking quite healthy. And Ruebin Martin now with that left hand is jabbing away there and looking a little bit tougher and stronger now, moving in. He's just chipping away through the right hand. Those left jabs worked for him earlier on there, Scotty. Looks like he changed tactics a bit, using left jab a bit more.
So using his jab and being able to keep his right hand up for defence, because what he was doing before was flying in with his right hand and was leaving him very, very open, and hence he was getting hit.
No doubt. And he's obviously he's had a good talking to by his mentor, Keith Ellis, in the corner, and he's now trying to get himself back in cohesion after that second round, which was not a good round for him.
Well, I overheard some of the instructions in the corner, and it started off something along the lines of, what the hell are you doing? Why would you leave yourself open like that? Now, this is how to do it. And it looks like he's listened to what he was told.
Well, he is, no doubt about that, and they're straightforward instructions, there's no doubt. And Ruebin Martin is, Lundh is trying to measure Ruebin now to know that he shook him up in the last round and then bounces out of trouble when he saw Ruebin coming in hard at him. He got right out of the way, Nick Lundh. Very professional fighter, Nick Lundh.
He is, and that's the experience from his kickboxing career starting to show through, where he knows the ring. He's very, very crafty. He's got ring craft, and that comes from experience.
It does, no doubt about that. A professional man, Nick Lundh, very professional, and he's got a good strike rate, good record.
And this will be an excellent lesson again for Ruebin Martin, because this guy has got a lot of experience, has done different things, and it's just a different opponent that he's facing. He's got to do things far more professionally than maybe some of the less experienced fighters that he may have already faced.
Yeah, that's correct. And Ruebin is a salutary lesson here. And here he comes running, charging back in Ruebin Martin, but he was moving so fast he couldn't put any power in the punches, Scotty. But he's chasing Nick Lundh now around the ring, trying to get the uppercut with the left hand, and he's going crazy now, Ruebin Martin.
Well, Nick's head was held up a little bit high, and it's still quite high at the moment, and that can be quite dangerous, because if you get caught up high, you've got to be off balance.
Oh, you have to be there. Ruebin Martin came flying in with that body again. He's using the body. There's no doubt about that. Keith Ellis is yelling at Ruebin Martin here. And Ruebin there, got very aggressive very quickly and decided to chase Nick Lundh. Did he chase him?
Between the corners, they're completely opposite. Very, very animated Keith Ellis in the Martin corner, and in the Lundh corner, Murray Thompson just concentrating, watching what's going on, but silent.
Yes, and trying to, well, he probably doesn't have to tell Nick Lundh a hell of a lot, because Nick Lundh would know a hell of a lot already, Scotty, I think, about the boxing game.
It's just different styles of training, and I'm sure that Murray will have very, very good instructions when they do get back at the end of the round.
No doubt about that. And a big punch by Ruebin Martin. I don't know whether it caused a lot of damage. Nick Lundh came back with a big stinging right hand, caught Ruebin going backwards there when he was off balance. But Ruebin courageously held his ground. He's on the ropes, and he spun Nick Lundh around. He's trying to spin him around. Grabbed him round the head to spin him, and that was probably a good manoeuvre. Very interesting round boxing. I think Nick Lundh may have just got there. What do you think of that round?
I gave it even. I mean, you could almost give that one to Chris Anderson. It was just a tremendous round where very hard to split them, and thankfully for Chris, that was actually quite an easy round for him. He didn't have to do a lot of work, but both boys showed had pockets of that round, and therefore I'd say very hard to split them. I've given it even.
Yeah, well, I thought that maybe Lundh may have just done a little bit more myself in terms of scoring punches there and finished off the round nicely, but Ruebin did chase Nick a few times, but there wasn't much force behind his punches because he's off balance. That was a problem for him, but nevertheless, I mean, it's a very close fight.
Oh, it is a very, very close fight. It's I think that if you gave that round to Lundh, it's probably square. I've still got Lundh a point in front.
Yeah. I've actually now got, I think, a couple of points up.
You got Lundh a couple of points up. I got him 1 point up.
Yeah. So it's a very close bout, and there's nothing in it now. Ruebin Martin. Oh, yes, slapped away, tried to give a rib roaster in there, but hit the Lundh on the elbow.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a little bit slappy. If it had been a straighter punch, it might have got through. He
needs to work on that rib cage and that solar plexus region when he does come in there. It's no good hitting on the elbows if you can avoid it. But Ruebin Martin now is, I tell you what, this boy's tough and strong. You wouldn't even know he was knocked down a round or two ago. He's looking pretty good now.
That's a testament to his fitness. Your ability to recover from a shot like that is often controlled by your fitness and the body's ability to recuperate.
And recover.
The fitter you are, the quicker your body will recover.
And great rehabilitative skills there, Ruebin Martin, and you've got to give full credit to his corner for that and himself, because he's trained at the moment. Copped a big punch to the side of the head, and another one, but he can take it. And he's in the corner, Ruebin, trying to punch his way out. Nick Lundh's in there. He's covering up Ruebin. He's got to get out of there. And Nick Lundh is now using the shoulder and a slapping punch to the left hand when the referee called for a break, and he told Nick Lundh to don't punch when I tell you to break, boy.
Yeah, it's always a worry that the punches come after the referee has stepped in. The referee again, Chris Anderson, telling them to watch their heads. And
well, Ruebin Martin, as you were talking, Scotty, you saw the sweat or the spit from Nick Lundh go flying sideways because Ruebin Martin hit him with a big right hand, I think, that shook him up a little bit, and now Lundh is forcing Ruebin Martin into the ropes.
He is, and the corner now of Ruebin Martin telling him to force his way in, to work his way into and put the pressure on. And he's doing exactly that right now.
Nick Lundh's fighting back, punches. But he can't give Nick Lundh any punch him with that right hand. That right hand of Nick Lundh's is lethal. And Ruben's just got to stay away from that if he can, or try and cover up. Nick Lundh's got a welt of some description, it looks like, on the side of his right eye. He seemed to start with that. He may have had a bruise from training or something.
The bruise from training was under his left eye. This is a new, fresh welt, the one on his right eye.
Well, that's a mouse that's grown into a welt, because that's a bad bruise, that one.
That is... as long as it doesn't split, he might. Even if it does split, that'll take the swelling down. It is under the eye, but it's the vision problems that it could potentially cause that are the danger.
Yeah, be starting to. Wouldn't want that eye to start closing up, as that would reduce vision. No doubt about that. Now
makes it, particularly being on the right eye, makes it very difficult to see the left jabs and left hooks coming.
Coming from Ruebin Martin, and Ruebin moves in again. He's taking the fight. He's trying to take the fight up to Nick Lundh by constantly pushing forward. He's got to, and he's been told at several occasions by his training fellows to push up. Nick Lundh, that right hand again, he got working and hit Ruebin Martin. But Ruben's fighting back hard and dropped a punch into the solar plexus. But Nick Lundh came over the top. He didn't take much punishment there, Ruebin. And Nick Lundh again. Trying to find his range, and the bell goes for the end of round 4. What a great round's boxing that was. That was fantastic stuff. And
excellent round. I thought that round was Lundh's round. He did the. I thought he landed the cleaner punches of the two in that round, and did them in combination. So he was landing, when he did get through, he kept them coming rather than just 1 or 2 shots. He was throwing 3s and 4s at a time.
He did do some excellent work there, Nick Lundh, and did have, I think there was 4 right hands in there that were just fantastic punches. But Ruebin put a lot of pressure on too, and did manage to get some nice punches in himself. So
certainly did. Got some excellent punches through. I just thought that Lundh was a little bit more effective in his punches there. Yep. But with 2 rounds remaining, this.
Well, I gave that last round even, so I mean, I'm still we're getting pretty close. We're actually giving different scores per round.
But we're around about the same score. Yeah. It's a couple of points in Lundh's favour.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've got Nick Lundh 2 points up going into round 5. So from a meandering situation, we've worked it back to a 2-point margin to Lundh.
That's it, 37-39 to Lundh on our unofficial scorecard.
Certainly. Very unofficial sometimes with myself, Scotty.
Yeah. Oh, mine also.
Oh, Nick Lundh threw a right hand, went over the top. That's his big punch, Nick Lundh. That's his bazooka that he's got in his artillery box, and Ruebin Martin's going to be very careful of it. And Ruebin came in, lovely punch from Ruebin Martin, fantastic punch, and Ruben's looking good here. Let's hope we can keep this going throughout this round, and Nick Lundh came flying in, but Ruebin can catch him when he flies in like that, just the same situation.
Oh, that's exactly right. It's a bit like a head-on collision. If you run headlong into a truck, it's going to do a fair bit of damage to your car.
Oh, the right hand from Ruebin Martin, if it had have hit, by golly, could have caused some damage, but I don't think he hit him flush. Ruben's in the neutral corner, and his trainer's just told him to get out, and he's spun to get out there. The big right hand from Lundh came in. He's twisted him around, tried to spin him around. And Ruebin chases Lundh now across the ring. Ruebin with the left hand nearly dropped that on Lundh's jaw, but missed.
It was a glancing blow, that one from
Oh,
Ruebin. But,
boy, and a right hand of the solar plexus for good measure. But, gee whiz, if that had hit flush, Scotty, we could have seen some devastation.
It was thrown with intent, bad intent.
That's right. That's dead right, and Ruben's waistband starting to protrude from his trunks at this point in time. The trunks are slipping at the back, but doesn't cause him any damage. And Ruben threw the right hand, but he turned it and back, and he got hit on the jaw on the back foot. Got bounced into the ropes. There was no power in the punch. It was a scoring punch, but no power. Now Ruben's got some blood on his face, but I think is it from Lundh? Oh, big right hand from Ruebin Martin was fantastic. Snap, he's got Lundh in a bit of trouble.
Lundh's on wobbly legs.
But, if he could follow up Ruebin Martin here.
This gives him the opportunity to recover, and I think that's what Lundh needed there. He was certainly shaky from that big punch from
boy.
Ruebin.
Now, where's the blood coming from, Scotty? Is it coming from Lundh or from Ruebin? I can't tell at the moment.
I think it's coming from Ruben's nose. Yes, it is coming from Ruben's nose.
No, he's got a nostril problem, so that is the left nostril. So
actually, it could be a cut eye. I don't know if the blood's drifted up from the nose or if there is a cut on the inside of the eye near the nose. There's a bit of claret there on the left eye.
Well, it certainly hasn't forestalled him, because he's still there, and he's in the middle of the ring, and he's looking quite concentrating very hard on his next move on Nick Lundh. Now,
it's just a little bit of an experience. When he misses with his punches, he throws his arms down and almost in frustration he says, "Oh, geez, I missed," and that gives Lundh the opportunity to counter punch. And he's got to learn after he misses to keep his hands up and keep punching.
He's trying to get rid of
that nose is troubling him.
That's right. Well, he managed to alleviate some of the blood from it just a moment ago, and to clear the nostril to get air in there. And Lundh's come in. He can trying to put the pressure on, using his body as a bulwark at the moment. Lundh just forcing forward and pushing with the shoulder and the arms.
Yeah, well, they're not landing a lot of effective punches this round, Lundh, and I give that round to Martin.
Yeah, I thought Ruebin Martin won that round, so we're
we still remain on the same score.
We do, and
We got it 47-46 in favour of Lundh at this stage. 1 point the difference. Coming into the final round. Now that means that this round it's critical. If Ruebin Martin is going to win this fight, he has to win this final round on our unofficial card.
Yep.
Lundh, by the same token, make sure if he doesn't win this round, he will. This could be a draw. He could lose it. Either fighter, whoever wins this round is the only one that's got a chance of winning the fight.
Yep, that's dead right. That's dead right.
Of course, that is on our unofficial scorecard.
No, that is correct.
Seconds up, sixth and final round.
Here we go for the sixth and final round here in this magnificent middleweight contest here. Ruebin Martin and Nick Lundh, the boys here have been going hammer and tongs, and what a fantastic card this has been so far tonight.
Oh.
And Ruebin Martin caught Lundh beautifully, got him off balance.
Talk about value for money. This is value for money.
Oh, is it ever? And a fantastic promotion from Murray Thompson. Murray Thompson Promotions is doing a great job. Ruebin Martin.
Nice punch.
Oh, beautiful punch to the solar plexus, following up that headshot. And Ruebin Martin, if he can keep the pressure on and win this round, we believe he can win the fight. So
if it hadn't been for the knockdown in the second round, that's
it'd be
really
square.
That has really set Ruebin back, and he's got to make sure that he picks it up this round to at least give himself a chance of pulling it off.
Yep, he's got to go. It's going to have to be courageous, but he's got that courage, and he's going to go full bore. This boy, Keith Ellis, has told me he's full of heart, and he's shown that again tonight. He's a good boy. Bounced out of that beautifully there. Used his ring nous himself.
Well, that's part of the learning curve, and I think you can see that he's actually learned as this fight has progressed. If you even take how he was in the first round to how he is now in the sixth round,
yes.
he's improved. He's learned.
He has. He's coming along beautifully. Oh, big right hand from Ruebin Martin. I think it just caught the maybe the side of the face of Lundh. It didn't do a lot of damage. Oh, and the right hand did that punch started from the moon.
It did. It was a little bit slappy and didn't land flush, but had that been a little bit straighter and flush,
boy.
could have been a good night nurse.
Well, it was an over-the-top sort of punch. It would have driven Nick through the boards of the ring, I would say. It was enormous effort. Had the whole body behind it, and as you said, a bit slappy. But that was a huge punch. Now Ruben's on the ropes. He's got to try and punch his way out of it. He gives a uppercut that may have worked for him, and now he chases Lundh across the ring, but he's moving too fast to throw a proper punch there. And he's working in at the body, but I think Nick Lundh's getting a bit tired too, Scotty. I think he's got these shocking welts under both eyes now, Nick Lundh. Bruising there. He must bruise anything.
Oh, it's been a bruising encounter. Both boys have been taking some punches, and I'm not surprised that there's a bit of swelling and a bit of blood.
There's a bit of everything in there, but Nick Lundh, the knee came up then when he rushed in. You've got to be careful of that too there. It's not kickboxing.
Well, of course, yeah, he's used to kickboxing, so it takes a bit of discipline for him to keep his feet on the ground.
Keep the knee down, yep. And Ruebin Martin came in, missed, and then tried a body punch and a shot. But Ruebin, if he can pick up the pace here a little bit more, just fight this fight right out here as he's been doing. And he goes for the big shot. He knows he probably needs a big punch. Lundh charges in hard. Ruebin is trying to throw a big punch. Misses again with the right hand.
Both boys looking a bit tired, getting a bit scrappy, but
Ruben's
at this stage, I'd say that Ruebin has done far more work this round.
He has done a lot of work this round. Nick Lundh's getting tired. He's trying to push and just keep him off him and keep Ruebin Martin off him so that he can maintain his current position. He believes he may have enough points up.
I don't think that if I was in Lundh's corner, I would have told him to box and move this round out.
The referee just
got to fight it out.
They had to rearrange Ruebin Martin's trunks by raising them there because of the waistband, and slipping. And Ruebin got pushed there but came back hard. Ran into Lundh. It was more of a collision, I think, wasn't it, Scotty? Nothing more than a collision.
And there goes the belt. Great fight.
Great effort.
Fight.
Now, I thought Ruebin Martin did enough to win that last round, Scotty. I gave it 10-9. So
I'm the same. So I've got it 47-47.
57-57.
Sorry, 57-57, yeah, that's it.
So we've got a dead square fight. Let's see, this will be interesting to see what the judges say, to see if they agree with us.
So therefore, we can't really argue. If it goes either way or a draw, it was a close fight. Could have gone either way. That's certainly fence sitting at its best, isn't it?
We're prepared to put our necks on the line by saying what we think.
Well, we'll say we have no doubt it's a draw.
No doubt at all. 57 each on my card.
57 apiece, and I'm sure that someone will probably win it. Yeah, if there are a couple of rounds that could have gone either way.
We've looked at certain rounds, a couple of rounds differently, but on the whole,
So what we're really saying is that either fighter could win it by a point or it could be a draw.
Could well be, but the good learning experience
we're
for
saying
Ruebin Martin,
absolutely nothing. No, look, a tremendous fight, and that's the bottom line of this, that it's value for money, and that both boys gave their all, and you know, you really don't need somebody to lose this fight. But there's got to be a winner. Well, I guess it doesn't with the draw.
James Grimmer at ringside looking relaxed. His fight coming up fairly soon in a couple of fights there. He's fighting Luesoini. And in fact, a big weight differential there when we come up to that fifth fight there with Luesoini weighing in at 111 kilos.
Certainly a big boy, Luesoini, yet not all that much taller than James Grimmer.
Gee whiz, well, he must be quite squat.
He's a very, very solidly built gentleman.
That's right.
And I wouldn't call him anything but a gentleman when he's 111.35 kilos. It's nearly 2 of me.
Dare I say that's Lockett-esque proportions at Lockett's biggest ever weight, I'd say. Referee calling the fighters back into ring centre now. Chris Anderson for the decision, the official decision. Here we go to Howard Lee.
Ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing we go to the scorecards. And our 3 judges also at the same way. The winner is Ruebin James Martin. Ruebin James Martin.
Well, exactly as we called it, we said Ruebin was going to win that fight.
Well, that was a majority.
Thank you to Nick
decision,
Lundh. He fought a great battle. Nick Lundh